What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Zebec today, ZBCN, USD. Hit that like button, subscribe, and thank you all for being here. It is the 25th day of June, and here we are at about $0.00235 with roughly 10 hours, 26 minutes left in the day. Again, hit that like button. Thank you all for being here, and let's get into it. Okay, so Zebec, how's it held up, actually? I think you've held up better than most coins, haven't you, over this course of this drop? No, about the same. Okay, maybe about the same. Yeah. Technically worse, right? You've got the lower low. The average altcoin does not have the lower low, but still, you're about the same. You're right there on par. I don't know if I would believe that Bitcoin itself is forming a double bottom here. And because of that, ZBAC certainly does run the risk of going lower. I was anticipating that we might see some type of excitement that we actually might move up higher here. There was some good looks, but just went away, man. It went away entirely, and now you're actually, I mean, today, even with this double bottom look, you're forming a pretty bearish looking candle. You're probably just going to go lower, and ultimately that's been the call, right? That's definitely been the call. Here we were expecting a move up to 0.003 or higher. We went just below there. Maybe at that point, that's whenever we should have started getting bearish. In fact, did we flip bearish? Did I flip bearish? Let me see. What was my last video? ZBCN. Last video. What was I saying? Critical moment. Okay. So the one before that was pump incoming. That was June 18th. Pump. Zebec is pumping. Was I wrong? Right? Talking about on June 15th. June 15th, June 18th, and then June 22nd. That's whenever we were at the critical moment. So 18th would have been here. The 18th, we were expecting a higher low, expecting a bounce, and that we'd move higher. That's what it was. And then on the 22nd, we're saying it was a critical moment. We went lower. Okay, so yes, bearish. Bearish now. Anyways, regardless, right? Overall, regardless of the short-term cute stuff, right? You guys know, you're very aware that we've been calling for prices to go down. I think I was the only person on YouTube who was calling for Zebec at these high points to go to prices that were not just below this low, but to new all-time lows. Now, even here, calling for new all-time lows is a pretty bold call. But as time goes on, I'm only growing more and more confident that it will happen. If it doesn't happen, maybe you find support just above it, but certainly you will go below these lows in time. We'll talk about that real quick, and then we'll get into the short-term stuff. Okay, for anybody who's not aware, from a low to a high here, the expectation is and has been that at least 0.01138 to $0.008 will be achieved. That'll probably happen by the end of this year, if not lower. And I'm of the belief that we go lower, personally. Time will tell. Looking at the short-term stuff, getting into the 1 hour time frame. Enough talk. Talk is cheap. Oh, stock market opened. How's SpaceX doing? Yep, we gapped up. Oh, wow. Went all the way up to 160. It probably goes up higher. Probably goes back to 190, and then it comes back down. But I digress. 1 hour time frame here. Zebec, not so much. A little bit of a wick up, but you're coming back down as well. RSI rejecting the overbought zone here. But when you get oversold, you're making love to it. You're penetrating that thing. You're not rejecting it. So, yeah, you're probably going to come back down. You're probably going to go lower. Building volume as you're coming down, bearish. Stochastics are bearish, technically, and the MACD. The MACD is not really helpful here. It's bearish, bullish, whatever. It doesn't. You're choppy sideways. It's not really helping. 4 hour time frame. You've kind of got this soft curvature to you, and with that, I mean, maybe you start to recover at some point. You know, if Bitcoin gets a fake out low and we start to recover, anything can happen. But 4 hour time frame, as far as I'm concerned, you've got higher highs coming in with the RSI, and you've got lower highs coming in with the price. It's hidden bearish divergence. It's not a good thing. Really, you look at it outside of the curvature. You take that away, and what you've got is an area that you found support on before, where you found tremendous support, whereas here you're finding weaker support. A lot of volume, not a whole lot of volume coming in to save the day. You're probably going to go down. You're probably going to see lower prices. RSI is not good. Stochastics, same thing. Higher highs with lower highs, not good. And the MACD overall is bearish. It's very inconsistent. You can see very, very inconsistent. It's kind of an odd thing, but you're doing choppy sideways stuff, so that's fair. Daily time frame here, looking at this. Again, it looks like a double bottom, doesn't it? But what it also looks like is an incomplete mission, an incomplete task The task at hand is hit the golden ratio. What I will say is this, okay? Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. It's the most common to find support on the golden ratio on your first attempt. However, when you chill at the 0.5 area like this for such a long time, these are the moments where you do pierce the golden ratio on the first attempt, where you do go through to the 786, 886. So be apprehensive to whatever comes your way, all right? You might see prices around 00217 to 002. This very well could be an area that you dip down to, you find support, and you move up. That absolutely could happen. And then maybe there you have a significant bounce that takes you back to around this area here. Or perhaps you're loading up for a big move down. And what I had once assumed was a staging area for us to move higher and then reject was actually not a staging area. It was just a loading area for going lower, for like a compression of a spring that would spring you down. I don't know. Bad analogy, but you get what I'm saying. It's completely possible here that instead of 00217 to 002 being the area that you find support at, 00184 to 0016667, that could be the area that you find support at. So be apprehensive to that. If Zebec, in other words, doesn't find support here and instead it makes a drop down here, be patient, okay? Don't freak out. Don't panic sell. You panic sell down here, you're selling a relative low point. That would be terrible to sell. It likely comes back up at least to here, right? And it's even possible to go up here. In these moments where you do break through the golden ratio on your first attempt, there's also a strong possibility to go up to this area and even up to your 236. So there's all kinds of massive recovery possibilities that can happen. I don't care how high you go, you're still going to go lower in time, okay? Just don't get too excited one way or the other. I've thrown a lot at you right there, but I hope that it's all digestible. If you don't understand what I'm saying, pause the video, rewind the video, watch it again, and while you're doing that, hit the like button. But don't hit it again if you've already hit it once. If you hit it twice, it unlikes it. Hit it an odd number of times, leave a like. Tell your friends, share the video. Sharing videos is actually the best thing you could do. Anyways, looking at it here on the RSI on the daily time frame, higher highs in the RSI, lower highs in the price, hidden bearish divergence, not good, no bueno. Golden ratio, right, we're looking for that. What about this? Let's see. Low here, high there, low here. Yeah, hold on. Low to high. Where'd you find support? You found support right there at the 1414. I'll take this away so it's less noise. You found support right there at the 1414. Low to high here. That looks like a deeper one, 1886. Okay. The 1414 here, actually, it just happens to be right at the golden ratio level of this level here, right? That 1414 is right there in that golden ratio zone. The 1886 happens to be in that 786, 886 area. So that doesn't really help. It just further addresses that those target areas are suitable, right? Daily time frame RSI looks like it wants to get oversold. Bad, bearish, overall bad. Stochastics, terrible, looks worse. And the MACD is also tremendously terrible. You're building bearish momentum now. Probably what happens here is you'll see some kind of higher low in the oscillators and you'll get a lower low in the price with that. So you'll get some bullish divergence there and likely also build some bullish divergence in the MACD, but you have lower to go. I would very much assume that that's what's going to happen. So I've got nothing else. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your mothers and fathers and brothers and sisters, and most importantly, take care of your kids. Second most important to that, take care of your plants. They need water. Bye-bye.